What's up, guys? Maestro Megatron here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is some of the best moments of Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. This come out in 1988, directed by John Carl Buechler, and it was kind of a surprise movie to come out, a surprise sequel, because after the way 1986's Friday the 13th Jason Lives come out, when Tommy Jarvis, which I forgot to mention in the previous video, where Tom Matthews had drowned Jason at the bottom of Camp Crystal Lake to be his final resting ground, we were like, I guess that's it. Haven't heard anything because they were popping these movies out every year. It's been 2 years, and then bang, boom, here it comes. 1988's Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. This, like I said, was directed by John Carl Buechler, starring Lar Park Lincoln as the great Tina Shepard. By the way, we just lost Lar Park Lincoln at 63 years old, and this video is dedicated to her. May she rest in peace, and you will never be forgotten. You are a Friday the 13th legend and a Friday the 13th iconic final girl. Now, this is where the Friday the 13th movie started to get really far-fetched. I mean, Jason Lives was pretty far-fetched now that he's a zombie Jason, but this is where it really got far-fetched because Tina Shepard, the final girl, played by Lar Park Lincoln, actually has telekinetic powers, but it makes for a badass, fun Friday the 13th movie to watch. Also starring Susan Blue as her mother, Mrs. Shepard, and it stars Terry Kaiser from Weekend at Bernie's as Dr. Cruz, the evil, psychotic. He's not really psychotic, but he's a greedy-ass doctor who really just wants to see Tina perform, whether to cure her or whatever. But the format of this movie is she accidentally killed her father with her telekinetic powers because her powers come about when she's upset, angry, pissed, or pissed off. So she accidentally kills her father, so they go back to Camp Crystal Lake with Dr. Cruz, her psychiatrist, to see if the memories and the flashbacks and the nightmares can be cured from killing her father accidentally. But we'll see how that... If you've seen the movie, we see how that goes. My favorite moment and best part of this movie is when she accidentally brings Jason back from the dead. Brings him back up from the lake where he's chained to the rock at the bottom of Camp Crystal Lake because she thinks it's her father, where he drowned when she was a little girl. And the chain snaps. He rises up and then he plunges out of the water and the music goes... That is a badass part. That is my favorite moment. That is my favorite scene right there. Hockey mask and all. And by the way, this is the start of the Kane Hodder legacy of playing Jason. This is the first movie of the four that Kane Hodder plays Jason. And this is my favorite, not my favorite person to play Jason. Once again, that's C.J. Graham from Part 6. But the way he looks in Part 7, The New Blood, this is my favorite look of Jason Voorhees. He's all decayed from being at the bottom of the lake and getting eaten by fish. He was basically fish food. He's all rotted. You can see his spine in the back. His skin's all decayed and rotted. The mask where Megan took the speedboat propeller and sliced his neck and sliced part of his hockey mask down there at the chin. It's missing. I mean, it's just a badass look for Jason. I love this look of Jason. Chain still around his neck where Tommy put the chain noose around him to drown him in Camp Crystal Lake in Part 6. Badass look of Jason. I love this look. Clothes all tethered and torn. Basically fish food for years at the bottom of Camp Crystal Lake. So yeah, this is my favorite look of Jason, played by Kane Hodder. Again, this was directed by John Carl Buechler, who also did the special effects, did the makeup effects for Jason. That's why we got a badass look of Jason. And he wanted to make it very clear and very evident that Jason has seen some battle damage through the years and through the sequels. So he made sure all the scars were shown from all the previous sequels where he had gotten fucked up by all the final girls and anybody else that screwed him up. But this one is a fun watch. It's not one of my... It is one of my favorite sequels. It's not one of the best sequels. They kind of... What happened with it was... John Carl Buechler wanted it to be Carrie versus Jason from the night, Carrie from 1976. Sissy Spacek wasn't on board to come back and do it. But he wanted to, by God, he wanted a girl to have telekinetic powers like her, so that's when he brought on Lar Park Lincoln as the character Tina Shepard. And so basically we've got Carrie versus Jason. And that's, like I said, it's a fun watch. It's a weird sequel, but it's fun. These cast of characters that play in this movie are freaking horrible. I love Lar Park Lincoln's Tina Shepard, great final girl. All the fight scenes at the end where she's using the telekinetic powers to electrocute him, dropping the porch roof on top of him, and his fist comes up, and you hear that shah. That's a badass part. Shoves nails into him, hits him with a plant, right to the dome, slams doors on him, rises up a couch from the floor and rams him with a couch. Some really good fight scenes at the end with her telekinetic powers. She put up the best fight because she was able to keep her distance and use her powers to just fuck Jason up. But like I said, it's a fun sequel, not one of the best sequels. The story's okay, but it's a great watch. This always is in my marathon because I love Lar Park Lincoln as Tina Shepard. I like Terry Kaiser as Dr. Cruz, and I like her mother, Susan Blue, Mrs. Shepard. But the other people that get killed and done away with at the cabin that's next door, throwing the surprise birthday party for Nick's brother, Mike, I think his name. I can't even remember his name because, anyways. Oh yeah, Kevin Sparatus plays Tina Shepard's love interest, Nick. But I mean, his acting is so frail and wooden in this movie. It's pathetic. But they got the scenes done. It's a great fun watch. But again, I can't even remember over half the cast and the characters because again they were just so forgettable. Except for Tina Shepard and I guess Nick and Dr. Cruz and Mrs. Shepard played by Susan Blue. But a lot of good moments in this. Go back and watch this movie. I talked about a few of them. There's another victim gets thrown out the window. The red-haired girl that goes upstairs to do the Joe Blow Dewey dance with the stoner guy. After Jason does away with him, he runs back upstairs, throws her out the window. So we got another victim that's thrown through a window or out a window in a Friday the 13th movie. But who cares? You got Eddie, another stoner in the movie that's aspiring to be a sci-fi writer in magazines, but you know he's really too stupid and too stoned to get anything done. But anyways, a lot of good moments. I didn't cover a lot of them because I wanted to talk about the movie more than the moments, but I gave you a few of the good moments. The fight scenes at the end are great. They're fantastic. Setting them on fire at the end, blowing up the old Shepherd house, and yet somehow Jason survived, and he's all a little bit singed from being on fire. Kane Hodder was actually on fire for over 13 and a half minutes, seconds, almost 15 seconds, but Kane Hodder survived it. It got the world record for the longest stuntman being on fire because Kane Hodder was a stuntman at the same time. And Kane Hodder is a badass Jason. He just plays in some of the worst Friday the 13th movies from here on out. They get even more and more far-fetched at this point. But I like this one. I love this one. It always makes the marathon. But like I said, they get goofier and goofier after this one. But yeah, there's some of the good moments I just talked about. I didn't cover a whole lot. I just want to talk more about the movie because there's a lot of cool shit in this movie. But you let me know in the comments what some of your favorite moments and some of your favorite scenes are. Oh yeah, there's a party favor to the eye. The character Kate, she gets a party favor to the eye and it goes bonk. That's a freaking badass scene. And her boyfriend gets his head crushed like a melon. There's another head crush scene in this Friday the 13th, just like just about all the other ones. But anyways, let me know in the comments what I missed. Let me know what your favorite moments are and what your favorite scenes are. And you tell me what you like in this movie. By the way, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. If you love this video, subscribe to the channel. If you're in love with this video, become a member of the channel. I offer a badass membership package. I give away free prizes, whoever wins my members-only trivia videos, but you have to be a member, and they're on a live stream. So anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I'm the Maestro Megatron. Until then, stay spooky, stay scary. And watch out for the boogeyman, and watch out for Tina Shepard. She'll launch a fucking couch at your ass.